Yeah, but I'm back better now than ever. So I'm about to drop like 5, 6 videos in a row to catch up. And this the first video that I'm dropping because I've been wanting to make a video about this because there's always just a big topic, the side dude versus the main dude. A lot of us have been the side and main dude before. Um, well, not all of us, because like they say that most men don't get women. So if you believe that and know that that's true, a lot of dudes don't even have the choice to be the side dude or the main dude. They don't even have the option. So, and if that's you, there's other videos and dating coaches and stuff out there, like, because you obviously need to work on your social skills, building attraction and talking to women, and things like that. Because if you can't get a woman at all, that's it. And it's by force, like it's not like you choosing not to talk to women or want to have a girl, you just can't get one, then obviously you need to work on yourself. So, but for a lot of us, we didn't been aside and main dude before. I know I have a couple times, um, unwillingly sometimes, like, like a couple times I didn't even know I was the side dude. I didn't even know she had a boyfriend. And then surprisingly, one time I was the main dude and I didn't even know I was the main dude, which I'm gonna get into. Like, I still don't understand how that ended up happening, but it did. So, going through this, I realize that there is advantages and disadvantages. I know in the red pill space, everybody gonna say, of course, the side dude. It's always better to be the side dude. Why is you even making this video? This is dumb. So for them people, I want to say, because I'm not gonna give my answer of which one I think is better or which one I would choose to be until the end, but I'm gonna say that it's not being a side dude, there is disadvantages for it, for being a side dude, which I'm gonna get into in a minute. So, but getting into the video, because I don't like to make stuff too long, I like to get straight to the point. So getting straight to the point. So first, I guess I'll talk about being the main dude, the advantages and disadvantages to being the main dude. So guess I'll start with the disadvantages because I'll tear you down and then I'll build you back up, I guess. So for all my dudes who in a relationship or married or because I think you the main dude, 9 times out of 10, you don't know that she has a side dude. So, I'm just gonna talk to all of the dudes who in relationships or married or who likes to be in a relationship. I guess they call it purple pill. I know I heard a couple people say that, like, dudes who know women, but they still want to be in a relationship. Now, if you blue pill now, if you just want to believe that, oh, women don't cheat and she's not gonna have a side dude and I'm the only dude, and if you want to be naive and dumb and think that your girl never gonna cheat on you, she is no possibility, she might not monkey branch or leave you, then this video not for you. I'm sorry, like, I'm really not for you because we gotta live in reality. Like, you're not living in reality if you think that there's not no possibility in today's age in our culture that your girl won't cheat on you. Like, you crazy to think that. So anyway, so getting into the disadvantages to being the main dude. So the disadvantage to being the main dude is first, obviously, you got to worry about getting cheated on. I mean, it is what it is. We know that that's the number one disadvantage. That's the number one downfall to being the main dude is that you got to worry about her cheating on you or leaving you, either or. And you're emotionally attached and it's going to affect you. So your feelings is involved. You going to be hurt. Your heart gonna be racing, your stomach gonna drop to your ass. Like, like you got to deal with that being the main dude because you emotionally invested, you care about her, you like her. So that leaves the option, that leaves you open to being hurt, basically. And of course, that's the number one disadvantage to me is that you have to worry about being hurt. You got to worry about being disrespected, her cheating on you. Um, you gotta like, because this is what I always say about being in a relationship, and this is what I always tell women is that you a representation of your man. If you do something disrespectful, like if you cheat or if you flirting and you doing all of this stuff, you embarrassing your boyfriend because that represents you. You know, your girl is a representation of yourself, especially if you married. So if she's out here, being a 304, flirting with dudes, or like that's gonna reflect on you, and people gonna look at you like you soft, or you lack being masculine, or she runs the relationship. It's gonna be a bad look for you. So you always open yourself up to that whenever you the main dude. You gotta worry about, you basically putting your life in her hands to a certain degree. Like, she's controlling your emotions, your feelings, and your reputation. So you gotta really, make sure that you pick the right one. Of course, when you the main dude, like you have to make sure that you choosing the right one, because you opening yourself up to disappointment, basically. So that's the number one reason, and the most important, of course. The next disadvantage to being the the main dude is that you got to deal with her BS drama. You got to deal with all of the extra stuff, the emotions and all of that type of stuff. So you the one that's gonna have to listen to her talk about work, listen to her complain, which the side dude do kind of too, to a certain degree. But it ain't gonna be. But the difference is that y'all gonna argue and have arguments. Versus with the side dude, she might not argue with. She might still like vent, because you probably gonna be venting about the main dude, talking shit about the main dude to the side dude. So, but when it comes to arguments, like, because y'all emotionally invested, y'all might be living together, um, and doing stuff because y'all care about each other. Y'all gonna argue because y'all care about what each other does. So it's naturally, I mean, I'm not sure the percentage, but maybe there is a few relationships to where they never had an argument, never argue. I ain't gonna act like that might not exist out there, but we know 80-90% of relationships is not 95%. There's going to be arguments from time to time. And you have to, as the main dude, deal with that. You got to deal with all of the back and forth, the emotions, her going off, her, in her feelings, her mad about something you did, you not answering the phone, you not having money, you not doing this. Like, you gonna have to deal with that, that negativity of y'all arguing and going back and forth, the ups and downs of a relationship. You gonna have to deal with that and deal with that stress. And it's going to, of course, affect you because you emotionally involved. So that's another disadvantage to being a main dude, is that you got to, deal with the arguments and deal with the BS, deal with her emotions, deal with her while she's, on her period, you got to deal with her at her worst a lot of times also. So that's another disadvantage to being the main dude. Another disadvantage of being the main dude, I guess with the first one, I kind of summed up the main disadvantages because it all falls into an umbrella of the stuff that I named number one. Like, you got to worry about being cheated on. You got to worry about her leaving you and that devastating you, and, you know, and making you go crazy, not wanting to eat or sleep. You know how it is when you go through a breakup. And then you got to know that women initiate breakups majority of the time. So 9 times out of 10, she's going to break up with you. So you know that, you knowing that it's hard, it's kind of real hard to be the main dude. And that's why a lot of men don't want to get married. Of course, that's why a lot of men not doing relationships, because we know that women initiate breakups majority of the time. And we know that majority of relationships end. So, putting two and two together, odds is the relationship not gonna work. And then the other odds is that she gonna be the one to leave you. So, that just, I mean, that's reason enough in itself that you got to worry, and the disadvantages to being a main dude. You got to be real optimistic, but to a point, you kind of got to be stupid and ignore odds to be the main dude. And, you just got to play with fate and hope for the best. But like I said, you opening yourself up to a lot. So them the disadvantages to being a main dude. Because like I said, most of the disadvantages fall under the umbrella of the first one. So the advantages to being the main dude, because there is advantages for sure. That's why a lot of dudes do become the main dude. So the first advantages to being the main dude is that you quote unquote get the girl. If you want to, well, whether it's temporary or not, because it might be temporary. Um, Like she's not sure. It's just your turn. Who knows how long it's gonna last? Might last a month, might last years. Y'all might, live happily ever after. Y'all might, it might work out, but for the most part, like you got her for the moment. Who knows how long that's gonna be? But you actually got the girl, meaning that you get to say she's my girl. You get to take her out and meet the parents. You might get to post pictures with her. You might get to live with her and get sex on a regular basis and all of the relationship type of stuff. You get that feeling of talking to her and her being there. You get that feeling of having somebody or feeling like you have somebody, even if it is temporary. You get that feeling. So, that's the first advantage is to being a main dude is that you actually, you get the girl. You get to take her, for that, even if it's for that moment. And then I do believe during a certain time, a woman will be faithful. Usually it's as time go on or problems start to happen in a relationship or she gets bored or you do something or usually as time goes on she might start to stray and cheat and do other stuff, but in the beginning I do believe a lot of girls try to be faithful and they try to cut off all of their options. They try to they try to do the right thing. So I do believe even if you the main dude, a woman is at least gonna try to be sneaky and hide it from you. Like not talk to other dudes, not text around you, really try to hide if she is doing something. So at least I guess she cares about your feelings. So yeah, so that's the first event you actually get the girl and you get to experience her, especially, when y'all first get together, you gonna get, her staying the night or living with you, you gonna get the consistent sex, you gonna get the, her being faithful for the time being, you gonna get all of the good stuff, her cooking for you, all of the stuff that we like about being in a relationship that usually happen in the beginning though. But that's the advantages to being the main dude and to being the main dude. That's the advantage is that you get the girl and you get her for the moment and you get that feeling of having somebody. The second advantage to being the main dude mm, is that I'm trying to think because it's like it's an advantage, but then it's not an advantage. I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it, but you get the you for the most part you get the kid. Like you the one that becomes the baby daddy most of a good majority of the time. You the one that gets to have the kids with her, have the family with her, have that experience with her of having kids. Now, if you get with a girl who already didn't have kids and you dating a baby mama or somebody who already had kids, it's a little bit different because she didn't already had that experience with another dude. But still, in the moment, if you still want kids and want to be with her and you accept them being a stepdaddy, you the one you next in line to get to have kids with her, start a family with her, have that structure in the relationship. Like you the one that gets to have you get to have that basically. Because most of the time a girl even though, cause I mean, it's so messed up because most of the time people is having kids and they wasn't even in a relationship. They were just fucking or just talking and they didn't have the kid. But we gonna say if people did it the right way in a good time, because even if they was just fucking and had a kid, most of the time y'all get in a relationship but that like people when a girl get pregnant, they either back in the day they would get married and do the right thing, like okay, we having a kid, let's get married. Now people more likely to get into a relationship. If you get a girl pregnant, y'all more liable to try to make it work, move in together, and try to do the family thing, even if y'all wasn't together or y'all just met or whatever like that. So if you care about family and you really like this girl, no, I should have started by saying this is that when it comes to side dude, the main dude, the point is that both people want the girl. So this is a girl that men want. That men is attracted to, that the person wants, but you basically got to choose. So for the side dude obviously attracted and like being with her, That's why he's the side dude. And the same for the main dude. That's why, like this is a girl that people want. This not just any girl, a general question. Like this is like, let's say you got a girl and and you meet her, she already has a boyfriend, or and you forced to be the side dude. Or let's say that you meet a girl and you trying to categorize her into which one I should be with her. Should I try to go towards being in a relationship, or should I keep it on some platonic, just having sex and just having fun? Like, like that's how I'm kind of really looking at it. Like, you meet a girl that you like and you got to decide, okay, am I going to progress this towards a relationship, or am I just going to keep this in the fun category? So, yeah, so you get to have kids with the girl and get to have the girl that you want to get to experience that. That's another advantage to being the main dude. Um, the other advantage to being the main dude is that you get to, I guess, like getting back kind of to what I already said. You most of the time gonna get the consistent sex. You gonna have sex with her more. But now we know it's a lot of sexless relationships, and that's why a lot of times women do get a side dude is because she's not having sex with her main dude and she need it from somewhere else. So if you are one of them, if you in a sexless relationship, or if you with somebody that and y'all not having sex like that, then you're not even getting that advantage. But I already made a video about that. You should never be in a sexless relationship or marriage. Like that's just dumb, because we know men, that's the number one thing that we kind of want is sex. So you're not even getting one of the top things that a man wants out of a relationship. So why are you there? And then 9 times out of 10, especially in this today's society, women like sex too. Like I'll be telling y'all. So if y'all not fucking like y'all should, she's probably fucking somebody else. Like it just is what it is. So I wouldn't be in a sexless relationship. So I'm going to assume that you in this relationship and y'all having sex. So of course you're going to be able to have sex with her more, because you're going to be with her more. And then you're going to be able to be the one that take her out on dates and do take her to concerts, meet her family, like all of the deeper stuff, and the deeper feelings. You're going to be able to develop that with her. You're going to know her more. You going to know her more than a side dude do, to a certain degree, because you're going to do more stuff with her. You probably going to live with her. You're going to meet her parents. You might have a kid with her. So it's more like intimate, and more of a deeper relationship that you have with the woman. So that's another advantage to being the main dude. Now, get into being the side dude, because I can't really think of no more advantages or disadvantages right now to being the main dude. But when I break down the side dude, I guess because they kind of balance off of each other. So, um, things that I say that's advantage for the disadvantage for the side dude obviously might be an advantage for the main dude, and vice versa. So I'm gonna sum it up at the end. So getting into the side dude, the disadvantages to being a side dude is that you got to be a strong person to be a side dude. Everybody's not built to be a side dude. And that's the main reason why I wanted to make this video, because everybody wants to be the side dude and all of this. And I just get the sex and all of that. I don't have to worry about it. I get to, just have the fun. But most dudes not built to be the side dude, because most of y'all do catch feelings. Like, we is human. Like, I'm not as off for that. I didn't caught myself in that situation before, being a side dude and actually liking the girl and kind of like wishing that there was more. I had to snap out of it, of course, but you have that feeling because you getting the best of her. So you getting the best, you getting her either just for sex, or just, y'all Netflix and chilling, or y'all just having a good time. That's what the side dude is really for, is just to be the person to hang with her when she got free time, bust her down, or have fun with her. So you getting all of the best of her. I guess that's the advantage to a side. I just didn't give y'all the advantage. That's one of the advantages to being a side dude. But getting back to the disadvantages, that like I said, you have to be built for it, because but you getting the best of her, you might want there to be more, and you might catch feelings. We know most of the time we say that the side chick catch feelings, but we know there'll be some side dudes who catch feelings also. So you got to be careful of that you're not one of the side dudes who end up catching feelings for it. So that's one of the disadvantages to being a side dude is that most men are built for it, and you might end up catching feelings and liking her, and then you got to know that you can never be the main dude because you can't be the main dude for two reasons. Either one, she made it perfectly clear that she's never gonna leave her boyfriend, that you're gonna be in the side dude category forever, so you just gotta deal with it. Or two, as the side dude, you can't make her the main girl because that's never a good idea. It's never an idea to make somebody you cheated with your main person because it's just like, okay, if she had a side dude with him, what makes you think she won't have a side dude with you if y'all start to go bad or if she get bored? Like, you can't, as a side dude, you can never really fully trust her for real. So, that's one of the disadvantages is that you got to be emotionally unavailable. Like, you got to be built for it. And most of the time, you got to be talking to other women. That's how I look at it. Like, if you a side dude and this the only girl you talking to, you going to end up catching feelings and wanting to spend more time with her and be all up on her more than you should. As a side dude, it's best for you to have a main girl or to have a bunch of other girls that you talking to. That's how I look at it personally. The next disadvantage to being a side dude is that you have to worry about the main dude. I mean, to a certain degree, like, if it's player and she know what she doing and she got it under wraps, you won't have to worry about him. But you got to worry about if she get caught, him blowing up your spot, him trying to kill you. Like, you got to worry about that stuff. And, like I said, I didn't been in a situation where I didn't even know she had a main dude. And then I got the main dude calling my phone, threatening me, blowing me up, doing the most type of shit. Because most of the time, the main dude in this fellas, a lot of dudes is simps. And they be ready to crash out, ready to kill over a girl. So you got to worry about the drama that comes along with that being a side dude. The drama of worrying about her, the main dude finding out and him following her. And, like you got to worry about the drama that can possibly come along with it. The same as talking to a girl who has a baby daddy. You don't know this dude. You don't know if he's ready to crash out and he just so in love. So, like you got to kind of be mindful of that. You can't be just, oh, fuck that nigga and just thinking that you the hardest dude in the world. Like, dudes need to stop with that. Like, like if you smart, a dude will crash out over his girlfriend or wife, catching you. And then you could be the side dude, y'all could be coming out somewhere and get killed. We just seen this happen a lot of times. A lot of dudes that lost their life because they was the side dude or they was with somebody, wife or girl, and they coming out of a place and he ends up taking them out basically. So you got to be careful. You got to worry about the craziness and the drama that might ends up happening if the main dude finds out about you. That is a big possibility and something that you have to think about. Um, what else is a disadvantage to being the side dude? Uh, I mean, them the two main disadvantages. Like I said, is that that you can never really have the girl. You might want to spend time with her, but she, like most of the time she's gonna choose the main dude. Like, she got to go out with him, or they got something planned or a date. Like, basically you got to play your role. You can't talk to her as much as you want to. Like, you got to kind of wait for her to call you. Like it's kind of on her time, kind of when she's free. So you really don't got no control in the situation. And that can be a lot. That a lot of dudes can't deal with that. They say that they can, but a lot of dudes really can't handle that. So, like I said, you got to be a strong person to be the side dude. And like, you got to have other women. Like, you got to make sure that you don't catch feelings. Basically, is the main point. And it's easier said than done because every dude think, oh, I ain't going to catch feelings. But when you start to like her, you like, damn, she really cool. She a really cool chick. I'm kind of starting to like her. Like every dude, if you've been a side dude before, you didn't felt, you know what I'm talking about. You didn't been there to where like for a minute, you like, dang, you kind of wanted to be more. But that can never be. Now, the advantage is to being a side dude. Advantage is obvious that you get the like I said earlier, you get all of the benefits without the stress. You get the fun side of her. You get her whether it's just the Netflix and chill or just to have sex or just to go out and have fun and just do stuff with. Um, like she's always happy. Like, most of the time she's not bringing that drama besides the drama that she might be having with her main dude, telling you about that. But all she wants you to do is listen and take her mind off of things. So, like you get kind of the best of her. You get her without all of the extra emotional stuff that goes into it. And like I said, if you built for that, this is perfect for you. And then it's perfect for you if you want to date around, or if you got a main girl, or if you want to talk to a bunch of girls, she can't tie you down. Because you her side do, so she can't stop you from talking to other women. So it's a good way to be able to talk to other women and do your thing also. But and there not be no strings attached to where you forced to be faithful like the main dude. Like the main dude, she's probably expecting him to be faithful while she's out cheating and doing her thing. But for you, it's not that expectation. So you don't have to, worry about that, and you get the best of her. And then two, you, like I said, you don't have to, the main thing is that you don't have to worry about the emotional baggage that comes with being the main dude. You don't have to worry about her leaving you, breaking up with you, going to somebody else, cheating on you, because it's just like, it's not cheating on you. It's only cheating if you the main dude. You can only care if you the main dude. So you don't have to worry about that embarrassment. Like, if when shit hits the fans, the main dude is always the one that's embarrassed, because he the one that's, that's blindsided and left out the loop. Because if you decide, dude, most of the time she's gonna tell you that she got a main dude. But like I said, it's been a couple times I didn't know. She told me she didn't have a boyfriend, and I'm like, okay, you sure? And stuff not adding up. But I'm like, okay, all I can do is take her word for it. The next thing I know, I got a dude calling my phone. So there is sometimes to where you decide, dude, and you don't even know that you decide, dude. But usually it's in the beginning, and you still going through the honeymoon phase to where it's nothing serious. So that's of course the main benefits of being the side dude, is that you don't have to, deal with all of the extra stuff. You just having fun. Then it's perfect if, like I said, you got other women, which I would recommend. Now getting into which one that I would rather be. You already know, I'm sorry. I would always rather be the side dude than a main dude. I'm sorry, even though I do see the benefits of being a side dude, and I found myself getting lost in being the main dude and having the girl, but like I said, it's only good being a main dude if you really pick the one. And most of the time, we know that you didn't pick the one, because we know that, sorry to say, most women not marriage material. Most men not marriage material, but most women, really not marriage material. And it's a high chance of her cheating or monkey branching or leaving you. There's a high chance of that. So, but in a perfect world, of course, it would be best to be the main dude and have a family and all of that type of stuff. But in the society that we in, we know that it's best to be the side dude. It's better for me not to be the one getting cheated on and embarrassed and put my feelings in it, and being heartbroken, all of them negative feelings that I would rather not deal with that. I'd rather just have fun with her and send her back home and continue on my way. But like I said, I wasn't always built for that. Like you gotta really like be built for that and go through that, because like I said, there will be times like, to where you want to see her and you can't see her. Oh, I'm going out with him and all of that type of stuff. You can't help but get a little bit jealous and have them feelings. But I'll take that any day over just dealing with the drama of a relationship and being heartbroken. The embarrassment of being the one who get cheated on. Because, like I said, if shit hits the fans, the main dude is going to be the one who looks the dumbest and has to take it the most. Um, so yeah, but I wouldn't advise being a main dude if you can help it. Like, only be like, you got to really know who the main dude is, and if he's on some crazy stuff. 'Cause like I said, it's not worth the drama for real. If you can avoid it. But if she got stuff under wraps, and if she, like on some, like they on some open relationship, or women always say that they're breaking up, or they not together, but she knows they still talking and working things out, and because we know that women like the monkey branch, so she might try to swing to you. Like most time when you decide dude too, is that she's monkey branching. So she's trying to line up his replacement. So she's going through it with you and trying to see, how you is before y'all get together. But that's also in the case to where most of the time she won't tell you that you the side dude. Like you will find out you the side dude and won't even know it because she don't want you to know that you the side dude because she's trying to make you the main dude. Most of the time, if she's keeping you as the side dude, she's not trying to make you the main dude because she know that, okay, if you the side dude and you know that she got a man, like I said before, like women not stupid. She gonna know that you never gonna really trust her like that or want to make her the main girl. Like she know that like a lot of dudes is not gonna do that. Like, I'm not gonna cheat on you with your man and then make you my girl. Like, I'm not gonna do that. So most of the time, the girl won't even tell you that you decide, dude, if she's monkey branching, because that's what women like to do a lot of times is monkey branch. So yeah, I would prefer being, I'm sorry, the side dude. I ain't gonna lie, I am red pill. I would rather deal with that than to be heartbroken, because I'm in my mode too of just, like kind of against being married. Like, like I'm one of them people that it's just too much that can go wrong. I'm an honest person and I'm not one of them cocky ass people who think that I'm absolved from everything. That, oh, it's not gonna happen to me. She's never gonna cheat on me, or she's never gonna leave me or break up with me. Like I know how women is. I'm not gonna take them chances, because people switch up. I don't care how good it is in the beginning, and that's the worst part about being in a relationship. And especially with women, they can act like they love you. Oh, I love you, fuck you the best, tell you that you the best, and then a week later, she's talking about I'm not happy, and oh, I think I need a break. Like women, like they led by their emotions too much, and emotions fluctuate and go up and down, and I can't trust that. So that's why I'm not big on being in a relationship. And I know the truth of, like I said, being a side dude, a lot of times I know, and being a main dude, I ain't gonna lie, I done been cheated on before when I was younger in my first couple of relationships when I was, head over heels. I done been cheated on. So I done seen it from both ways. So and it's not a good feeling for real, especially when you the one that's being cheated on. Like I don't want that feeling. So yeah, I would prefer being the side dude. For all of the advantages that I done gave already. If I had to choose, I'd have been both. And it's better being a side dude because when it ends, and then this is another thing about being a side dude. I guess that kind of disadvantages is like I said, you got to be built for it because you got to know that there's gonna be times to where y'all don't talk or see each other. You might go a month without seeing or talking to her, or longer because she's working things out with the main dude or going through things, or y'all not nothing serious, so y'all not obligated to talk every day or see each other all the time. So being a side dude, there's never gonna be that real emotional investment, and you're gonna have to go through spurts and times without seeing her, and it might fizzle out. It's a time limit on it. Like I could say before, it could be a time limit being the main dude, but at least with the main dude, you got the possibility of it lasting forever. With the side dude, like even though I ain't gonna lie, I was the side dude, or I did have like a side girl for years, like 3 4 years. I did have, because it do happen, there is long-term side dudes and side girls to where they be fucking around and sneaking around for years and years. That do happen, but most of the time there's a time limit on it. Because like what y'all gonna be slide people and cheating and sneaking and doing all of these things for 50 years, like, it's kind of a time limit on it. And the people natural tendency is to be in a relationship. So either she's gonna find another dude and want to be in a relationship if you not trying to wipe her. Like, women do yearn to be in a relationship. Most women not built to be single. So she's gonna want to be in a relationship eventually, and then that's when you're gonna have to leave. Or you might be a person who wants to be in a relationship or married one day. So you might find a good girl or another girl that you want to be in a relationship with. So that way it just ends up fizzling out. So you got to keep that in mind also, is that there's an expiration date. So that's my opinion on the side dude and the main dude, which one I would rather be, and you got to make that decision. You know, you just got to make that decision. But like I said, if you the main dude, you got to be built for both. That basically, like, you gotta if you the main dude, you have to be smart and you have to open yourself into the possibility of her divorcing and leaving you. You have to be prepared for that. You got to go into it knowing that okay, she might cheat, she might leave me. I'm hoping for the best though, and if it happened, it's just gonna happen. I can deal with it. You have to have that mentality, and that's the side you have to have the mentality that I can't catch feelings for her. This would never be more. I'm gonna have to probably deal with this fizzling out eventually. I'm gonna have to deal with her ignoring me for her main dude. Like I'm gonna have to deal with maybe not seeing her for months at a time or whatever. Like you gonna have to be built with that, and you can't catch feelings. So you know which one you can deal with and you build for. So choose wisely. Like I said, choose wisely.